Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Today I will read just a little bit from an article, long article to say the least. And I will show you how some people incriminate themselves without realizing that they actually do that. Okay? So we're going to talk about this person called Kanye West slash I think you have to say it in a certain way, and his recent statements that got him in trouble with a certain kind of group, which actually they deny what he says, but the fact that that kind of group had this kind of power to get this guy kicked out from certain deals with some big companies might support his claims, actually validate his claims. Otherwise, I mean, he said, well, that group has power in this, have too much power that, too much power that. He loses billions of dollars because of that group. So I don't know if that kind of validate what he says, because that's exactly what he said, that group has this much power, and all of a sudden he's losing billions. Anyway, so this is the title of the article coming from Yahoo Entertainment. Kanye West, former employees, plural, claim he, Kanye, glorified Hitler, dating back at least 7 years. Now, do you know where I'm going with this? All right, I think you do. So, Kanye West is accused of going on pro-Hitler and pro-Nazi rants in the workplace years before his recent scandal. Now, he can't be racist. He can't be, he can't do this. He can't be pro-Hitler. Remember that argument the Russians were making, hey, Zelensky, he defends and supports the Nazis in Ukraine. What was the counter-argument provided? He can't because he's Jewish. That's impossible to be to supporting the Nazis or, because he's Jewish. Now, it can't be true that Kanye West supports Nazis, Hitler, because he's black. Case closed, right? No. Why? Because here we have a victim, a person from a victim group, fighting with other people from another victim group. And this victim group has much more power than this one. Actually, this group kind of controls the other group in many ways. They activate these guys and then they provide certain kind of services, if you know what I mean, when you go in court, among others, and speechwriters. And look at Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King had a Zelensky, a kosher lawyer, not only lawyer, he's speechwriter, one of them. Anyway, don't get this much back in time. Let's talk about all right? So he can't be glorifying or being pro-Hitler because he is black. Case closed. If we accept that logic to Zelensky, he can't support Nazis in Ukraine because he's Jewish. We should accept the same justification here and call people who would say otherwise being bad people. Now, that's the first point. Second one, according to an NBC News report, the rapper, not the billionaire or the entrepreneur or this or that, no, the rapper, because they try to get his lowest, how should I put it, title, who goes by paid a settlement to a former worker who claimed to have witnessed him praising Adolf Hitler and Nazis in work meetings. West, who has faced fallout in recent weeks in the wake of new comments, denied the claims in the settlement agreement, which was obtained by the news outlet. Regardless, you're against that group, you will lose. The outlet spoke to a former employee as well as 6 additional people who worked with or dealt with West in professional setting, and they told NBC News they heard West praise Hitler or discuss conspiracy theories about Jewish people as many as 7 years ago. Of the 6, 3 were former employees or collaborators, and 3 were present when West allegedly confessed his love for the German dictator during a 2018 TMZ interview. Now, although one of those to go on the record was conceptual artist Ryder Rips, who worked with blah 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 blah, and he said that he praised Hitler during meetings. Now, they said that all this occurred within the past 7 years. Now, why do you show up only now? This is where the incrimination comes. Why did you show up and you reveal this awful, 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 awful situation after 7 years or within 7 years? Why did you allow Mr. West to perpetrate this big lie and continue his hatred towards this victim group for 7 years, sir? So you hid the truth and hid the crime committed by Mr. West. That makes you accomplice. So, what should be the punishment for an accomplice for Mr. West's crime? Now, if West is going to be, his punishment is going to be, then your punishment should be what? $300 million from Mr. West's money? Yes. Who's for it? Okay, unanimity. All right. Adjourned. Great. All right. So, it's like you know of a criminal and a crime that that criminal committed, and you do not say shit for, I don't know, 5 years, a year, 3 years, without being afraid that you're going to be boom boom or anything like that. You liked it. You liked it because you were working with this guy. So you kept your mouth shut for your own personal benefit. Instead of being morally and come forward and say, hey, that guy committed a crime, so I'm here to report it. All right, the first second you heard it, the second you would be at the police station. Okay? Hey, I saw that guy raping that woman. I couldn't intervene because I was a weasel. But I come here and I report it right away because it was a crime and I know it was a crime. And by the way, I'm his employee, but I can't, you know, in good conscience continue being his employee. You know what I mean? So these guys show up after years, now only, after they suck this guy from his money, being around him, liking being around him. Now this guy is kicked by a certain kind of group. They know exactly which side they will take. They take this side, they say what they say, and nobody asks them, wait a minute, you motherfucker. How about you keeping your trap closed for 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, 1 year? How about that? How about that? And as far as I know, that's not a crime what this guy did. Okay, let's start with that one. I mean, he might have opinions and price whomever he wants. That's not a crime in the United States of America. Okay? Now you might not like it, or someone else might not like it, but he still can have those ideas and uphold them and speak about them how much he wants. But he can't because he's black, and Hitler did not like blacks, so that means he couldn't. The same as with Zelensky and the Nazis. Case closed. Do we agree? Shake hands? Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.